Even though AirTags may not be as exciting as Apple's other announcements from earlier this week, I can't stop thinking about how we're going to use them, and in particular, how we're going to use them when it comes to bags, containers, or anywhere else they have the potential to be hidden. You could say that separately sold pouches or loops are somewhat optional for these use cases, since you could just throw the AirTag inside of a bag, for example, but I think there's more to it than that. There's a certain element of trust we need to consider. And this kind of trust is not about Apple or even the AirTags themselves. It's between you, me, and everyone else.
One Tech Mind.
So Apple's AirTags went on sale, and I ordered a 4-pack for my wife and me to use, along with a Belkin holder plus strap and 2 keyring holders. I also picked up a 5th AirTag specifically for what I think is going to make for a pretty cool video, so make sure you keep an eye out for that one. Also, let me know if you picked up any AirTags and what you're planning on using them for down in the comments below. Now, I definitely want to use one of the tags for my camera sling here, and my first instinct is to use the Belkin holder with strap to loop it onto the exterior of the bag so it's visible and easily spotted if I somehow happen to leave it behind. So I was talking to my wife about AirTags and explaining the rationale about putting it on my camera bag, and she looked at me like I was a straight up fool. She asked, why would I want to call attention to the bag and my camera within? After all, if a thieving scoundrel picks it up, what, you don't imagine all thieves as a mustachioed man from the 1920s? They could yank off the AirTag with ease, and no amount of my beloved technology would ever help me recover it. So instead, her suggestion is to hide the tag in the deep recesses of my bag, or to even sew it into the inner fabric, effectively making it invisible and much harder for anyone to spot. This also means I wouldn't need to spend more money on a loop type holder, so she's got some good points. But when she told me this, it stopped me dead in my tracks and truly made me reconsider humanity as I know it. Call me a naive, hopeless optimist, but I guess I just like to see the good in people. I'd like to think that someone would see the tag, scan it with their phone, and proactively try to get my camera back to me. You know, do the right thing. And of course, I know that will require some time for everyone to recognize AirTags and know that you can scan them to pull up the owner's information when they're in lost mode. We also need to consider that a thief can be alerted to your AirTag's presence anyway in a few scenarios. First, if you ping the tag, it'll make a sound. Second, if they have an iPhone running iOS 14.5 or later, their phone will tell them if they are traveling with your AirTag thanks to Apple's anti-stalking feature. And third, even if they don't have an iPhone and your tag has been away from yours for 3 days, it will start pinging on its own. There's clearly a lot of nuance and pros and cons to consider here. Maybe it even comes down to what's actually in the bag. If it's nothing of high value, maybe you do put the tag on the outside. I don't know, you may think I'm crazy and overthinking this, but did you see the name of the channel? In any case, I want to hear from you. In my completely scientific Twitter flash poll on this subject, placing the tag inside something seems to be preferred. So let me know what your perspective is in the comments below, because I'm now kind of on the fence and very interested to see where people are coming from on the subject. And I've actually never owned Tile or any other tracker of this nature, largely because I found the features lacking. So I'm really looking forward to AirTags. And if you've had experience with Tile or other trackers, let me know how you've dealt with this scenario in the past. You can also reach out to me on Twitter and Instagram. I am @SyrinxStarman. My AirTags will be delivered next Friday, the 30th, so you can expect first impressions on Twitter and at least one other video about AirTags that will include my full impressions and review. I will also be ordering the new M1 iPad Pro and crossing my fingers really hard that it works with my current Magic Keyboard. As you may have heard, that's been thrown into question, and the new Siri remote for the Apple TV. So make sure you check out the video I did on Apple's Spring Loaded event, where I talked about the most exciting things they announced. And until next time, thanks for listening to my One Tech Mind.